Yo guys, welcome to our video from Africa. Here Future Talks again here from Africa. Yo guys, welcome to our video today from Africa. Future Talks here. Welcome to the evening. The time is around 6 p.m. here in Africa. It's a Saturday evening, and I welcome you to our good video today. Guys, if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. Today we have an interesting topic to discuss about, and the topic is going to be about communication, public speaking. Also, from public speaking, that's when we talk about communication. So it's a very important thing, a very simple thing, but very important about our communication. Here in Africa, most of the time we have a time where you get an impromptu kind of invitation to give a speech, which lasts like 5 minutes. So it's very important to learn on how to do it. I'm going to share with you some very important tips which you should employ in your speech. Guys, our tree is really growing tall here. As you can have a look, it's really growing, and so as you can have a check over it, and also have a look from down and check upwards. Very beautiful. Hope you enjoy such kind of scenery. It's a dry month actually, but here things in Africa, they look very green, as you can have a look. Yeah, our berries are really growing there. So that is a tree there. Yes, we have a beautiful kind of over the same. So guys, welcome to our video, and it's very important that you get to enjoy the video. Hope you get what you expect. I'm talking about public speaking, which is a very important topic, mostly in schools, especially those people who study in languages, and also who study about public speaking. Communication is one of the topics or the course which one gets to cover, and it really gets to help that person get to know how to communicate, and also now to do, especially how to do presentations. So on public speaking is very important. You know how to do that kind of speaking. Here in Africa, I can say, like, we have special occasions like weddings, we have funerals. Especially here in Africa, funerals are taken with a very serious kind of thought. I don't know how about your community. So I see, especially in the funerals where someone has died, and especially that day of interring the body, or of getting it to bury the body. So there's a special sitting which is done there, and people, relatives, friends come and give their speech or give their condolence messages to the family, to also appreciate whatever the person who has died has done, and also give some feedback at least on that one person who has died. So you get old people. If you go to an African funeral and you don't give you don't give the old people the time to speak, it is a very serious thing. Especially those people who have married from the family, the father-in-laws, the mother-in-laws, the son-in-laws, who have come from far and they have come to attend the funeral. If you don't give them time to speak, I see it elicits some reactions from them. They will not appreciate such kind of situations. So guys, so it's important we know how to communicate. But if you get to listen, especially if you come from an African setting, like where I come from here in Kisi, the in-laws have come, they have given, they want to give their speech, and if you don't give them time to give that speech, they will really complain. But when you look at the content or whatever they present, someone will be given. Let's say this is my mic. So they will say, hello, I'm the one who was married from this family, or my child is married in this family, and I've come from very far. Thank you for giving me time to come and talk. And I'm a very important person. So especially even from the outlook, also now the dressing is done. They do their dressing. You'll get to laugh. One of these fine days I will cover the video and also share it in our avenue here. You get to see how our people conduct themselves during these occasions, especially the weddings, and also especially number one is the funeral, where people always want to talk and also give that speech, and they get recognized at that point. The dressing is on another level. You get somebody's on oversized suit and talks a lot of things, but nothing. When you look at the content, it's really a lot of nothing which somebody is talking about. So I want to give some tips, especially for those guys in oversized suits, and also for us to learn about. So it's very important to know how now to come to speak, especially if you are called, you are the father-in-law, or the son-in-law, or you are that person in a meeting. You've been called. Maybe you are in some occasion and you are called. Maybe Vincent, give us some speech, or Bismarck, give us some speech, or Petronilla, give us some speech there. So what are you supposed to do? So I want to share something on how to speak without preparation. Yeah, that's something which you have been called to give your speech. You are not told that you will be called and give your speech, but impromptu kind of invitation. You are told, the master of ceremony tells you, come and give us some speech. So normally, I want to give you a tip. Is based on my research on kind of giving a speech and also on communication. So we have what we call, it's a kind of extempore speech. Extempore speech means impromptu speech, how it's supposed to give it. So I want to give you an acronym, which is PPIT. The first P is for people, the second P is for place, the I is for issue, and also for the T is time. So PPIT formula, which you want to use in giving that extempo or impromptu speech. How do you go about it? The first thing, when you come to that mic and you want to speak, remember the first P is people. That is what is going to present. Yeah. So the first thing, if it is that funeral you have come, you have people seated there. You have the family seated there. You can say, I want to give my condolences to the family. Especially, I can see the mother there, the father there, the kids there. I really want to give my condolences to them. If it is in a wedding, yeah, we want to first to recognize the couple who are recently married. You can say, Peter and Jane, I really appreciate what you've done for us, and also I want to really appreciate that you've come this far and you've invited us for this wedding. If it is a classroom setting, maybe you are in a class meeting, you can appreciate the teachers over there. You can say the principal, the class teacher, and also the teachers here. I want to appreciate what you are doing for our kids. So that's an example of the people. The second thing you can is the place. You should always be aware of where you are, and involve especially the people who are there, who are there, the place where you are. If it is in a funeral setting, you can say, I really appreciate for coming to this place called, maybe it is called Ioma. You can say, I really appreciate on my coming here to Ioma, and I want to appreciate the people, the people of this place of Ioma. It's a good, I can say it is a very good place, and it is well known for people who are so much educated. So this place is known for good food. This place is known for having a lot of good water, a lot of water here, and also organized place with good roads. You can give something over that on that. So recognize the place. On the on the third eye, that is the issue. We said PPIT, so we want to appreciate also the we want to bring on the issue. You can talk about, maybe if you it's a class setting, a class meeting where you've been called to present something. You can issue something on about the class. You can talk about how the performance of the class has improved. If it is in school, how the school has really improved in terms of education, in terms of performance, in terms of the population. Here you can bring out the real issue which has brought there. If it is in the funeral, you can give your condolences at that point and say how the person was, how you want to appreciate the person or whatever has happened. If it is about in a wedding, you can say, yeah, a wedding is a very special event, and I really appreciate what these guys have performed. It's a very difficult kind of a thing, but these guys have really managed to do it. If it's a birthday, you can say, you can congratulate that person who is celebrating the birthday, and also talk about how important it is to celebrate someone's life, especially in the kind of birthday kind of a thing. So the issue should be approached. So you can talk on the T, the last T, PPIT. I talked about. We've talked about place. We've talked the first P. We've talked about people. The second, we've talked about place. The third, we've talked about the issue. The on the last, about time. Time, we talk about, this is where we now talk about a very important thing about, you can talk on how things have changed over time. You can talk on the setting, like if it is in the funeral. You can talk how the people or the life has changed, or how the frequency of maybe people are dying nowadays is that it has really changed. In the past, you can relate the event to the past, present, and also to the future. So you can say, maybe in the past we never used to have a lot of funerals, but nowadays we've had a lot of people dying, and what could be the cause of it. You can talk about it. Maybe nowadays we have more people getting sick. Maybe we have now people not going to the hospital, and you can talk about the future on advising people that the people should go for treatment in various institutions and also seek treatment early, so that they can get assisted. Also, you can talk, if it's in a wedding, you can talk about how in the past people never used to do such kind of events like weddings, but nowadays they're inviting people to their events, or that family has never had a wedding. This is the first one. So there's a change which has occurred, and you encourage more young people, or the people in the family who have not done that wedding, so that they can get to give you a chance to such kind of an event. So very important, on the first instance, remember to recognize the people who are present. The second thing, remember to talk about the place. The third thing, remember to talk about the issue which has brought you to speak at that time. And being an impromptu kind of speech or communication or public speaking, so we don't take a lot of time. Like I told you, in African setting, like you invite somebody in a funeral, someone can talk even uh, for 1 hour, but I told you the content is it's not there. So prepare yourself well. It's an impromptu or extempo kind of speech. You give it within even 5 minutes, and people will really appreciate on what you have given them. So it is not a very big science on doing it. Use that formula and also implement it, and it can help you on how you always want to communicate. So in most of the cases, you get even professors. I've seen doctors, professors, people who are well read, but when they are invited for that impromptu kind of speech, they really black out. They don't want to speak, or they look down because of the kind of that impromptu. You are just told without any preparation to come and give some speech. So that is a science which is behind that. Have that PPIT, which can help you to give that that speech, and people will really appreciate on what you are doing. Welcome, guys, to our channel, and also kindly, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, and also give us a nice comment there. Please give a like to the video, and that is the best way you can support us. Welcome to our next video, guys. Thank you very much.